Just to start off with, I think it's going to be an exciting day to introduce two new staff members to our Fighting Illini football staff. Very, very proud to announce that Mike Ward, a close friend of mine, known Mike forever. I can tell stories on Mike. He coached me. He's been the oldest coach that we've had on the Toledo staff. He does a fabulous job. He's not just about the X's and O's. He's about people. He's about players. He's about the welfare of the student athlete. And I can't be more proud to have Mike join us as a staff member here on the staff. He'll be on the defensive side of the football. Also to include a new staff member, Alex Golish. I've known Alex also for an extremely long time. Alex was with me at Ohio State. He was with me at Oklahoma State. I always kind of kid him because he's got the hair color of that team down in Stillwater, and he'll fit right in here with the Fighting Illini. He's a fabulous person. Got a great family. He's been in charge of our recruiting at the University of Toledo for the last 3 football seasons, and as you're well aware of, as we talked about before, he is the guy that was instrumental in having the top recruiting classes based on Rivals and Scout, and also was the highest rated Mid-American recruiting class last year in MAC history. So he does a fabulous job with players, and he does a fabulous job of bringing in the best caliber student athletes that we possibly have here in Champaign. So we're excited about having those two. It's good to see their face. They just flew in, and I'm excited about having them involved in my life and involved in this family. I've been meeting with the football team as they go throughout the practices this week. 5.5 hours last night. We sat in there. Each junior I met with for 15 minutes. We sat down, talked about each other, got to know one another, talked about the expectations that I have for them this week and in the bowl game on the 31st, and how excited I am to get started with them on the team meeting. As we all know, Illini time at 6:50 on the 16th of January. So it's been an outstanding group of juniors, and I look forward today to meeting with the sophomores. Again, that'll be about 6 hours of meeting time, and then we'll get with the freshmen tomorrow before break happens and Coach Koenig releases them to go home for the holidays. Questions? Yes, sir. Lauren.
I get this question about how do you, when a coach leaves one place, you had certain recruits there. How do you feel about recruiting anybody that you recruited for Toledo or that was committed to Toledo?
Well, that's a great question, Lauren. And one thing that I'd like to strongly emphasize is that the 14 players that were committed to the Illini were excited about being football players and wearing the orange and blue. And we've been out actively talking to those young men. And, we want to make sure that they're fits for what we're planning on doing, and they're fits for what the expectations of being a Fighting Illini football player is all about, and all definitely met that criteria. So we're excited with them, and we're going to actively keep recruiting those 14 young men. The young men that we recruited at Toledo, and in my opinion, is that they're very, very capable football players. We thought that some of those players that we recruited would help us win a championship with the type of young men that we feel can meet all the standards that we set for our football players. So there are a few of them that we have gone back and talked with them, and if they're interested in coming here to Champaign and seeing what we have to offer, I'm sure they'll be interested in the coaching staff that we're about to have here. So if they're interested in us, we will definitely talk to them at this time.
When you watch the bowl game preparation and the bowl game practices and even the game, what are you watching? Are you watching attitude or performance? I mean, what
effort? No question. Effort and attitude. I talked to the juniors yesterday. I said, what a great opportunity to start your resume. Everybody, change is sometimes uneasy, but change is also good. Everybody's on that level playing field. and you have the opportunity to showcase what you can do during practice, because I've been at every practice. I was not able to see today's, but because of obligations. But I will be there tomorrow to watch them practice, to see what type of practice players they are, and then also to see what type of gamers they are. So what a great opportunity for them to showcase what they want to be known as Fighting Illini.
How close are you to having are you completed with the staff now? Or
We have all but one, and we've got commitments from what I believe is an outstanding coaching staff. Due to obligations in bowl games and those sorts of and those natures, I would like for them to do that, because they need to finish what they started, and that is to be the best they can be in their bowl games.
Can you say what the one position is that you're still looking for?
Rather not right now.
The hires that were announced, are they here now?
Yes, sir.
They're working now here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So they're committed to this program?
Joined us at about noon.
So you mentioned Ward is on the defensive side. Is
Yes,
he
sir.
going to be coordinator? Or
No, sir. He'll be an assistant for us. Another person has made their commitment to be the coordinator.
So all of the assistants that you're waiting on are still working bowl games, or?
Yes, sir.
Anything else for Coach?
Did you say on your opening day that you've used a two-quarterback system in the past?
Well, we did this year. If you look at our stats, our quarterback was number 1 in passing efficiency in the conference, and our second quarterback, or however you do it, was number 3. I think they're in the top, both quarterbacks are in the top 10 in the country in proficiency.
There's 2 here. Would you be opposed to using both?
Well, there's 3. I've noticed all 3 of them. I think they all 3 do a fabulous job, and all do some things a little bit differently. I mean, I know it wasn't a big media push when we did announce that we were going to play 2 quarterbacks this last year, but won 8 football games for us, and they were very proficient in what they did. I think all 3 of these young men have capabilities, and the greatest thing is we'll be able to see those come January 16th.
Could you give some more impressions of, from what you've seen in practice and talking to the kids, just as far as, just general impressions, and also how they might fit into what you'd like to do?
Well, my impressions on them is, first of all, they're very excited. They've practiced extremely well, in my opinion. They've got a great attitude. I'm excited to see what they do out in San Francisco. It's going to be a heck of a football game, and I know that they're excited about playing it and being involved in back-to-back bowl games. I'll tell you what, I'm eager. I mean, I'm eager to coach this football team, because I think there's players here that are eager to win and finish and do the things that are necessary to be champions, and I'm really excited about what I've seen so far.
Any idea of what Whitney Merciless is thinking after?
Talked to Whitney quite a bit, and Whitney's a in the time that I've been with him, to me, he's a very mature individual. He's, very well respected as a leader on this football team, and I think as this thing further progresses with the NFL, we'll see, and he will have to make an educated decision. But I think it'll be a decision that we all sit down and talk about, and one that he's very willing to hear both sides of the ball, and make the best decision that's possible for himself, his family, and the Illini Nation.
So you'd like him back, is what you're saying?
Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I'd like them all back. There's 4 outstanding juniors that are, possible, have that possible opportunity to go in the NFL. I think there's 4 great players.
After talking to him yesterday, did you get the sense he's open to that idea, open to the idea of returning?
Sure. We enjoyed ourselves. We talked, 2 days ago, and then, of course, we had a one-on-one yesterday, and he's a great young man. He's very, very mature. I haven't been able to coach him as a football player, but I sure enjoy being around him, because he's respectful, he's a leader, and he's, as I mentioned before, a very mature individual.
Who are those other guys that you think have the chance of going?
Well, the guys that we've met with are Michael Buchanan, Terry Hawthorne, and Akeem Spence were the four that we also talked with. And you know, there's nothing like being a senior, being a leader, and building, starting a new era and building a program. So you know, I hope they all four stay because they're outstanding individuals.
Final question for Coach.
Appreciate.
Did you say you're going to go to see the Toledo Bowl game?
I'm going to try like heck. I've got an obligation on the 29th out in San Francisco. Time-wise, if I can make it and then get back out to San Francisco, I definitely will. My family will be out in San Francisco also, so I got to look into that, how that scenario works. But I do have an obligation that I need to see some Illini alumnus out in San Francisco.
Does that kind of level the playing field in a way that both teams in San Francisco are being coached by interim staffs?
You know, I haven't really looked at it that way. I think it's a privilege to be in a bowl game, and I'm sure that the young men that play for both football teams look at that. And I'm sure they're saying the same thing. Coach Moore is probably saying, hey, you guys got a great opportunity to kickstart January by having a great bowl game for your institution. So I'm sure he's doing the same thing.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thanks.